What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Clown Together podcast. I'm your host, Tony Scorp, here with my co-host, Deception. Deception, say hi.
What up?
We are back again. This is episode number 132. 132. Let's
That's a
go.
big one.
It is a big one. Well done, us. So we got a couple of things to talk about today. This past weekend was the Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Well, still kind of good. It's still going on, actually. They extended
Yeah,
it
it would have
another.
been over until
Yeah.
yesterday when they said, "Hey, we're extending it 24 hours."
I was like, yes, I love it when they extend it. Which is kind of perfect because just kind of like a quick timeline. Battlefield drops on Friday, and then so it kind of went from one FPS to another. So Thursday is the end of the beta for Black Ops 7, and then you get like 6 hours to sleep, and then Black Ops 6.
Yeah, well, that
Battlefield
also
6.
they're on Thursday. They're launching the haunting event in COD, but
You have to actually play Black Ops 7 to actually.
you'd have to actually still care about Black Ops 6, which I don't know how many people do.
Yeah. I think once like for these newer CODs, the way the longevity on them has been like after champs, nobody really gives a crap about them until like the new stuff comes out for the new game.
Well, and that's the thing that sucks about when they do Halloween events is like, part of me wishes COD would start dropping like now if they want to do Halloween events, because they always do Halloween events at the end of the game when like nobody really cares anymore.
Yeah. Like everyone just wants to play the new game. And there's a lot of other like competition right now, and it's just not. There was one year they dropped it before Halloween. What year was that?
They've dropped it before Halloween a couple times, but the earliest drop that they ever did for COD was BO4. It launched on October 12th, and they did. I think they did a Halloween event for that.
That's right. I do remember that. It was a really early launch for a COD game. I think it worked for them. I don't know. Don't want to get too into that. It's kind of off topic, but
I mean, dude, with like, yeah, it's off topic, but it's just like with BO4, I think they were just trying to beat Red Dead Redemption 2, and it kind of showed because BO4 was like, launch of BO4 was not great.
no. But the game ended up, they fixed some of it, eventually,
Yeah.
which is good. But alas, we are here in the future where they drop it in November or late October.
Yeah, this is actually like BO7 drops on November 14th. That's one of the latest dates that COD's ever dropped.
I'm a little shocked. It's like midway through November. I'm kind of interested to see because they've been trying to do like early last year. They did like an earlier start to the CDL, and maybe that late November drop is kind of like contributing to
Yeah,
the
CDL's
CDL a
gonna
little
be
bit.
starting really quick.
Or
They're
they
thinking about early December, where the game's gonna be out for like less than a month if they start in early December.
So that's I don't know if those two things are linked or what, but that's definitely an earlier timeline than a later timeline than what we're used to as far as release. I mean, we get it like a week before Thanksgiving, which honestly I'm not too upset about because with school and everything like that, Thanksgiving break, I have that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that I could just grind, and then I could just do homework and like grind homework the first like few days, because like sometimes they cancel classes and stuff like that on Monday and Tuesday because people from the city go home. And so I might be in prime to just grind, that next week after, which I mean, I think that's probably some of their thought process, and it's before Black Friday anyway, which is when a lot of people buy the games for Christmas and stuff. People get their Christmas shopping or whatever. I don't know.
Well, and the release schedule for COD has always been kind of funny after BO3, because up until BO3, they would always drop it on election day. It would always drop on a Tuesday. It would always be that little, like, for kids that were in school, it'd be election day break, so they would like drop it on the Tuesday, and the kids would have a day to play it before they went back to school. And then, like, in BO3, they shifted to dropping it on Fridays, and ever since then, it's just been so, like, the release dates have been all over the place. Because, like, I remember on BO3 it did drop on the Friday after election day, but then like they just started dropping it all over the place after that because like there were times when it dropped like the week after election day, the week before election day. Black Ops 4 dropped like a month before it usually drops, and then like we had stuff like Cold War, which launched on the 13th. Like it was really late, and then like this game's launched on the 14th. Like it's we had MW3 launch on October 25th. It was just like ever since BO3, the release date for COD is kind of like the period of time, but it's so up in the air compared to like before, where you were like, oh yeah, it's gonna drop whenever election day is.
Mm-hmm. And now it's just like it'll drop in October or early November. That's like the the gist of it.
I'm honestly surprised that this game is dropping a little bit late, though, considering apparently they developed BO7 along with BO6. So it's like, figure they might get it out earlier, but I don't know.
I mean, honestly, if it makes it so that the game's better, I mean, I'll take it. Um, I don't
I
want,
mean, they're working really hard in the beta. They've done a lot of stuff already.
yeah. So I'm just hoping for a good game. It's like I'm like like those parents that that don't do like gender reveals for their babies. They're like, we just want a healthy child. We don't care what gender it is. That's me with a Call of Duty game. I don't care what the game is or how long it takes them to get it out. I just want a good Call of Duty game to play and have a good time on and forget about my problems in life and
I don't care what the game is
shoot
as long as
shit.
they keep that open playlist matchmaking in there.
Dude, okay, that I think actually if they kept that um if they kept that in, I honestly think it would save a good chunk of the player base or bring a good chunk of the player base back because that is like a big complaint from a lot of different people on why they stopped playing Call of Duty or why they don't play it as much.
Well,
And
that's what everybody was saying the first day of the beta. I mean, obviously, like we can't forget the people been saying this for years, but like, I feel like this year in the beta, the SBMM talk was like through the roof compared to how it usually is.
oh yeah, like it's just so much more forefronted, especially with this being like an option. Like, don't give it to us. Don't give it to us in the beta and be like, actually, nah, this is just for shits and gigs. Like, you're gonna go back to strict SBMM, because this is so much like this makes the game so much better. It makes it so much more fun. Like, you're just in there, you're just having a good
Yeah.
time. You'll have a freaking amazing game, and then the next game you get shit on. And then you'll have another game
Oh,
where
and
you're
I
like
mean,
doing like
like,
okay, and then you have a good game, and then you get shit on, or you get shit on for a few games,
well,
and
and
then
the
you
way
do well.
the matchmaking works now is like basically like if people don't know how the skill based matchmaking works now, they base it on a lot of factors as far as like what the skill goes, but basically their goal for the last few years with the strict skill based matchmaking was to create super close games and basically to try to keep everybody around a 1.0 KD. That's what the goal is. Um, so like you could play for a couple hours and like every game of Dom is like 200 to 190 or something like that. And then like and everybody's kind of around the 1 KD. It's just the same thing. You're playing against really sweaty people all the time, it feels like, and like the it wasn't fun. And so on Saturday they launched the open playlist in the beta. And they said that their goal was to create varying experiences and game outcomes. Um, and I think they definitely achieved that. There were mixed responses to the open playlist, but honestly, I think that's good because their goal was to create varying outcomes and like experiences, like they said. So like in my opinion, the mixed responses of some people being like, "Oh, this is really fun. I'm playing against the noobs," and then like other people being like, "Oh, my lobbies are still sweaty. I don't feel like this is working." Like, I feel like that's a pretty like good response considering they want variation. Um, and I mean, that's generally the experience I've had. I definitely have had way more good games than bad games, but I still do get into games with some people that are like full partied or people that are like sweating, but like it's not every game. It's not every single player in every lobby,
Mm-hmm.
which is like exactly what you want. Like,
Yeah, there's balance. It's not just constantly, you know,
yeah,
sweating
and
my
it
butt
makes
off
playing
every game.
against sweaty good people like actually fun. Like, Because then you could drop like a couple of 50 bombs in a row, and then you go play against like 3 or 4 guys in a party that are going hard, and you're just like, oh, okay, now I got to lock in. And then like if you beat them, you feel really good because you're like, holy crap, I just beat these 4 guys in a party. That's crazy. Like they were trying really hard, and I was able to beat them. Or like if you get beat by them, then instead of you being like, oh my god, why are so many sweaty people in here? I'm gonna have to deal with this next game too. You're more like sitting there like, oh, okay, they beat me. They're pretty good. That's fine. We'll go to the next game and then it'll be better.
Mm-hmm. There's hope. There's just not. It's not just like you get on and you like sweat and you have to be locked in the entire time you play because that's exhausting. Like the thing that
Oh
like
yeah,
about like especially like casual video gaming, like because there is ranked play for those that do want something more competitive. The thing about
yeah,
casual video gaming is like you don't want it to be like straining on you mentally and constantly having to be locked in, like tuned in 100%. You can't have a
yeah.
bad game with
Well,
this
especially when you
SBMM.
look at the really casual people that have like, um, this is gonna sound entitled coming from like us doing a podcast, but like people that have jobs and stuff is like if you come home from your job that you worked hard for 8, 10, 12 hours a day on, and you only have a couple hours to play your game, you want to go in and have a fun experience and be able to just chill.
Exactly.
And I have a feeling that like a lot of people, even though they are playing people of their similar skill and they probably can keep up, it's probably still not very fun for them constantly having to do as hard like play as hard as they can just to even like do decently.
Yeah, just to even like maybe even just like hit like even, not even like go
Yeah.
positive, but just not to be negative. And like
It's
it,
you spend your whole like very little amount of time you have to play your game doing that.
yeah, and it's just it's a frustrating thing. And honestly, I think that's why a lot of people stop playing is because they don't want that stress. They just want to get on, play a video game, have a good time, not really worry too much, just kind of chill back, kick back with the boys,
That's
whatever.
why I love the open playlist. I've had an absolute
Mhm.
blast. I played it on PC when it went open. I downloaded it on PS5 and I tried it with console only crossplay. Like I think that's honestly I haven't bought COD on console since Cold War because I hadn't got a PC yet when Cold War came out. I think I might buy COD on PS5 this year because if they keep
Oh.
the same matchmaking as the open playlist and I can do console only crossplay, dude, that was the lobbies and then in there were golden. They were amazing.
Mhm. So
I had so much fun.
I think that this game is really good if they don't ruin it. And I feel like that
Well, and
sums
like
up
the
a lot
open
of Call of Duty,
playlist
but
and like in experiencing the COD with this matchmaking where you can actually have fun, use off meta guns, not have to be able to goof off and not have to sweat all the time. It shows that COD is still like actually a good game. It shows that the system is more of the problem rather than the game. Because I've said multiple times that games like Cold War, MW3, like those games would be viewed far better than they already are if there was this kind of skill-based matchmaking in it. Like you realize that the game is not the problem and the games are still pretty good. Yeah, they're not as good as like MW old MW2, BO1, BO2, BO3, whatever. But COD is still really good. Like you can still have a ton of fun, and COD is still a really good game. It's just the skill-based matchmaking makes you feel like it's not.
yeah.
Because I genuinely had like in the open playlist on Black Ops 7, I genuinely had like some of the most fun I've had playing COD pubs since like BO4. It was great.
Honestly, I've been having a great time too. Like I have been like I'm not even gonna lie, like I play this game like so much. I've not been able to touch a video game in like months because I've been just so busy. But like
Yeah.
I played what was it? Friday for a little bit before I went to work once I finally got my BIOS thing. First of all, that was a headache and a half. I want to talk about this real quick. That was a headache and a half. Getting my
Yeah.
BIOS updated to make the new security settings just for there still to be freaking hackers in the game. I mean, I don't play at the level to where like hackers really bother me.
Well, they did make a statement, and I think this is very revealing as to them finally making an anti-cheat that uh, works at kernel level is good because They did say that 97% of cheaters got banned within seconds of getting on the game. And even
Really?
cheaters that got into games got banned within the game.
Oh, good. Good. Well, I guess I take back that statement. But still, it was a pain in the fucking butt. And
I never
pardon
dealt with
my
that many
language,
cheaters.
but
But
it,
I don't really deal with cheaters in any
no,
like anyhow. Like
no.
I very rarely seen a cheater on COD. I don't know if
I'm
that
just not at
speaks
that
to
skill
my
level.
skill or what.
I'm just not at that skill level, you know? I'm not a grinder like that. I just play, I get on the game, I just have a good time. I used to be, like, back in, like, fucking, back in, when I was doing those solo, like, I was solo grinding Warzone, and I was, like, when I was good, like, everyone would be, like, I was, like, the
Oh, you
backpack
were nasty at Warzone.
that, you know, for Warzone, but, back then, yeah, I can't ran into a few, but not
The
recently.
only
I'm
notable time
cheeks
I've ever
now.
ran into a cheater is one time
I'm
I was
chopped.
playing in the very beginning of Warzone on Verdansk. Me and my friends were me and my IRL friends were playing at the time, and we ran into a guy who was under the map. But I
Oh,
don't know if that was like an exploit or a cheat. But like, yeah, he was shooting people from under the map.
oh, cute.
That's like the only notable cheater I've ever ran into. I don't unless they're doing very subtle cheats. I don't think I've ever ran into a cheater in like pubs or anything.
I mean, I think at like, I mean, at like my skill level at least, like people if they're using cheats, they're using like basic level, like just like walls or whatever. Like they're not like,
Well, there are a lot of people that use like different aspects of certain controller programs to like eliminate their recoil and stuff, which that's
yeah,
really hard to detect. But
or like you know they just use different aspects of it, or you have to be actually like with cheats. Sometimes you can suck while having cheats. It's just
oh, it's very possible.
it's possible.
I've seen in other games there are a lot of cheaters that suck, like especially DBD. There's a lot of people that cheat in DBD because DBD doesn't have a really good anti cheat. But like most cheaters in DBD that aren't blatantly cheating, they suck.
That's funny. But it was an experience though. I mean, I did learn a lot from making my computer be able to run the new Call of Duty, which
Yeah.
um
I mean, that'll help you run Battlefield too, because you need that same stuff for Battlefield.
that's
So if you
true.
want to play Battlefield, you're ready.
Yeah, that's true. I am gonna buy the rest of my PC though here after I get my paycheck on Friday because this PC is on its last little legs here. Um, it's to the end, but
It's been a good one for you, but
yeah, I mean it's 60. It's like 7 year old PC. 6 years, 5, 6. Got it in 2019, so 6 years.
yeah.
6 year old PC. Um, so it's been good, but anywho, back to what I was saying. So I got on Friday before I got into work. Played for like an hour, maybe. Played a few matches. And it was good. And then Saturday, I played for like a few hours at night. Was able to find the stream, um, a little bit. Then I played Sunday. I played on Sunday, and then I played on Monday for a little bit, and then I played on Tuesday, and then I might play later tonight. I don't know, but I'm definitely playing tomorrow morning. It's
Yeah, I'm
such a
playing
good
after
game.
this podcast. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's just such a good. It's so fun and it's refreshing to have like a little fun. And I don't know what they're gonna do
It's the
to it.
first time I've went to bed being like, I can't wait to play COD tomorrow.
Yeah, like it's good. And I just hope that Call of Duty, like I hope that they don't ruin it, you know, because they always do. Like I'm always so excited to play the game, and then I do, and it's just like they
Yeah,
do
I have a
something to
really
ruin it.
bad feeling that that Treyarch is like, or Call of Duty themselves are gonna put out a statement and be like, "We gathered all your feedback from the beta, but sadly, we're not gonna go forward with the open playlist." And I'm like,
Then you
like,
didn't actually look at
okay,
the feedback.
this is how I feel about it. If they completely remove all that and ditch the matchmaking, that they have an open playlist, I'm gonna be mad. But this is not my intended decision, but I would be okay with this if they kept the open playlist and had it at launch throughout the game. I would be okay with an open playlist. That'd be fine. But honestly, I would prefer if they have overwhelmingly positive feedback. I'd prefer if they just change the entire matchmaking period, and
Yeah,
what we ran in the open playlist is just what we have now.
I agree. I think that's just how it should be. I mean,
It
that's
was
like
so
part
much
of
fun.
getting. I think we talked about this before, but that's part of getting better at a video game. Like you have to play against better players to get better, or else you're in
Well, and
this
having
like.
that variety of players is always fun, and like especially for like, there's a lot of stories in when you look at skill based matchmaking. It's like there's a lot of stories of like, oh, my friends that like don't play as much as I do or aren't as good as me, they hate playing in my lobbies because I the people in the game are way too good for them. They can't keep up, so like they can't kill anybody and they hate it. With the open playlist, the variety of players is so wide and like the balance is so different than like any level of skill can like do kind of well at least and like have some fun.
Yeah, because it is just so diverse. It's not just that one skill. It's like, oh, you've got a good
Like I went
player,
from
but you
on
got some
Thursday,
bad
I played some
slayers.
games with Wyatt and Cash on Thursday, and usually in their lobbies I get destroyed because they're playing with like really good people.
Hmm.
Um, and I was not having fun on Thursday in the regular playlist before they dropped the open. I was like, after like an hour or so of playing with them, I was like, okay, I'm going back to my lobbies. It was more fun. But we got on the open playlist and did the same thing. I had a great time. I was loving it. We were all individually going off, and I was having a great time.
So I guess that's just proof is in the pudding, I guess. Now they just need to listen to us, which is really just like the hardest part, honestly. It's just getting them to like actually listen to what we're trying to say and um
Well, the issue is they're gonna see a lot of people. I think one of the bigger issues that I think could get brought up that they could think is a bad thing is I feel like because of the balance and because some people will go in a lobby where they can't keep up, they'll leave. But in my opinion, leaving to find better lobby ultimately is better than sticking through a sweaty lobby and playing in sweaty lobbies all the time. Because when I was playing solo, there were a few times where I left because I would load in and there was a full party of people like dropping streaks on you, and I'm like, I'm not playing this.
mhm.
But the fun part of the open playlist is not only do you, and this is one thing we haven't really emphasized yet, but like not only do you leave and you get a better lobby, you leave to go matchmake and you don't have to sit there for a minute for it to find your perfect ping and get in a lobby. You match in like three to 5 seconds. Like you get in matches so fast. Like if they want to keep people playing the game, they should at least keep this matchmaking solely for the fact that you get into matches so fast.
Yeah, and like you're not like sometimes it's really bad too cuz like you're just sitting there for like 17,000 hours. And honestly, I think it might
Yeah, they're
help
trying
with
to find
like
your perfect ping and your perfect skill range, and then
yeah.
you get in a game where after waiting for like a minute and a half to get in a game, you get in a game where you're getting sweated on, you're having lag issues because you're not at the right ping because you didn't have enough people in your skill range at the right ping. And then like you have the open playlist where you're getting in a game in 3 seconds and you're loading in before you can even think. And then
Mhm.
your game is running great. You have great connection, great ping, no stuttering, no desync issues. You're playing against a very good balance of people where like some people you have to really try and some people you're like, oh, I can these are free kills. Like it's great.
Yeah. Also, speaking of like playing against different people, I do like that they brought back nemesises, like arch nemesises.
Oh
That
yeah, I
is
noticed
like,
that. Like
bro.
that was really cool. Like seeing that red name on your leaderboard and be like, oh, I
Yes.
want to kill that guy.
It's like it was one of my favorite things from like older Call of Duties, like the Nemesis, and like they brought it back, and it's just like a little thing, but it's so great, it's so nice, it's just like there, and it's honestly one of my little like things that I wanted to bring up because I did mention I think a while ago on the podcast that like I that's something I would want to see come back to Call of Duty, and they brought it back, and I'm so glad that they did that. Um,
Well, they've done a lot of listening, so who knows? Maybe our podcast was getting through to them.
Maybe. I mean, Noisy Butters watched our podcast, so who knows who else is watching. Um, dude, I still can't get over that. Oh man, I fangirled so hard when I read that. I was like shaking. Anyway, so mad. Um, um, fuck. What was I saying? Oh yes, Call of Duty. Yeah, beta's great though. I mean, there's a lot of good guns. I'm still trying to
Did
like
you
try
play
them all.
zombies at all? Did
I
you?
played I played a little bit of zombies. I played like 11 rounds, and then I
I
tried
need to play
exfilling.
today because there's a calling card for getting to round 50.
Oh,
I need to play. The highest I got to was like 44, but
yeah, I got
I
a
need
little
to get to,
I
I
got a
need to
little
try to get to
confused.
50.
I got a little confused on what I was doing. I tried exfilling and then I died because that little like bear thing really just murked me.
Zursa.
Yeah, I got murked,
Zursa's crazy, bro.
and I
That is
didn't.
like genuinely like Zursa is like if you're not prepared for Zursa, it's like basically it's like the Origins, the BO2 Origins Panzer. It's like it's scary, it's really hard to kill, and you're just panicking the
And
entire time.
you have to stay like in like this little like circle, and you're like you can't run out for more than like 2 seconds, and like you just and then there's zombies, and then you're out of ammo, and then you have to find the ammo restock, and you don't know where it is because it's your first time playing and you haven't watched any, and then oh he comes up and he just
You didn't go
attacks
through the
you.
training course.
No, I just
I
I
did the
just
training course just for
I
fun.
raw dog it deception. I raw dog it. Okay? And I raw dogged it, dude. I did not know what I was doing. I literally was like, what the fuck is this thing? And I didn't watch any of the zombies part of COD Next because I was in class during the zombies part. And so I just never went back and watched it. So like, oh, I'll just play, I'll just figure it out, whatever. And so I didn't know what to do, what to open, what to not open, what was going on with what. I should have done the tutorial. That's my bad. I'll do the tutorial next time. But it I was panicking, and I recorded it too, so there's footage of it. I just didn't record my face because it was like late at night, and I just was not feeling being on camera. Cause I mean, what Deception and I were playing Saturday night, and I literally like as soon as I turned off stream, I like locked in, and I like had like the best game we had all night, and it was just like,
Yeah, we dominated that
yeah, we
game.
did. And it's just because I was able to like just like go nonverbal and just like be like a little like caged rat nerd, which was nice. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, and that's the variety of the open playlist. It's
Yeah.
just sometimes you have a little bit of a rough game, but like I mean, you just go to the next one
Mhm.
because the next one's probably going to be better, more than likely.
Yeah. So I mean, it was good. It's good. I like it. I think definitely the game has a lot of potential. And it's gonna be fun. I'm glad I bought it. Um,
The game has a lot of potential if they keep the matchmaking.
yeah,
I feel like if they keep the matchmaking, the potential of the game goes down quite a bit.
yeah. But if they keep the open matchmaking, the
If they
game,
keep the open playlists, like, dude, I'm definitely grinding it for sure.
it's just like I don't know. I feel like it's gonna attract more people, and I feel like people are more willing to like play different modes if it's an open playlist like that, um, rather than like SWAT or whatever. But yeah, so I mean, I think it was great. Um, let us know what your guys' thoughts on the beta were if you guys were able to play it or watch it. Um, and because I feel like if we keep this discussion open, maybe maybe someone from Activision's watching or looking, and maybe some of our opinions can be heard here. As we are players. I mean, I've been playing COD for most of my life, almost all of it essentially, like 70
Yeah,
80% of my 70 80% of my life I've been playing Call of Duty now. I think it's like more like
I
80.
played COD at this point for like half my life, which is crazy.
I've been playing COD since I was 5. I'm now 22, so that's 17 years. So like,
That's crazy.
yeah, let me do the math actually. Let me get a percentage of my life that I've been playing Call of Duty, guys. Hold on. This is important.
Dude, when I think about the younger version of you playing COD, I just think about those BO2 videos.
Yeah. That was at 12. So, um Yeah, so I've been playing Call of Duty for 77% of my life. Um, and
That's
it's
crazy.
yeah, which is a lot. I mean, not like actually like I haven't been playing consistently that entire time, but my first COD game was
Dude, it low key like broke my heart that I kind of like fell out of it in BO6 because I played quite a bit of BO6 zombies, but BO6 was like by far the least amount of time I've ever put into multiplayer in a COD,
yeah,
and that saddened me.
it just was so sweaty and
I was
like
just getting burnt out of the matchmaking, and that's why I played so much in BO7. And I was genuinely excited during the open
yeah,
playlist. It's like,
it was just good.
oh
I
my
could keep
god,
going. I could just keep going. Like I didn't want to get off. Like well, the only reason I got off was because I needed to go to bed, or because I needed to go to work, or because I needed to go to
yeah. There
class,
were a lot
or
of times in the last like couple years where like my friends will ask me to play a different game or something, and I'll be on COD, and I'll be like, okay, I'll be on next game. I need a break anyway. But there were like there were some times where like Hugs would be playing DBD, and she'd be like, "You want to play DBD?" And I'd be on COD, and I'd be like, I kind of want to stay on COD."
yeah. It just you just want to play, and I feel like that's a really good thing, and hopefully they keep that, but we'll see. Um, lots of things to take away from this beta, but I think that's the biggest one is the open playlist, and how more enjoyable the game
I
became.
honestly I would love for them to just completely change the matchmaking, but I'm still completely fine with them just leaving an open playlist.
Hmm.
I I will grind the heck out of that open playlist.
Yeah. So things to consider, I guess. So kind of moving on. Talking about Battlefield 6. So Battlefield 6 comes out Friday, October 10th, 10/10/25. This is something we've been kind of waiting for. I mean, this is definitely a big competitor for Call of Duty, and I think it's gonna push them to be better. Both of the games really, they're gonna push each other to be better. Having good
I think a
competitors in
lot
the
of what
FPS genre.
pushed COD to make the open playlist is because of Battlefield, because people were talking about how in Battlefield the matchmaking was a lot more casual, and it
Yeah.
was like you you didn't really feel that same strain in Battlefield as you did playing COD. And I think that was a big part of it. That and the fact that the Battlefield beta peaked at like 500,000 players,
Mm-hmm.
and Battlefield also another thing is like another really cool Battlefield stat is there was a somebody pulled a bunch of numbers and said that um like 72% of like frequent COD players pre-ordered Battlefield, and I think like 29% of them didn't end up going back to play COD after the Battlefield beta was over, which is crazy.
Yeah. So I think it's just I think they're gonna push each other to be better. Like both of them, it's gonna go both ways. I mean, the more competition, the better. In that retrospect, not retrospect, in that aspect. Sorry, I was really up
Well,
really early today. I had a meeting and then I had class. I didn't have an exam. I had midterm set time for
and
me.
they're both doing things to compete with each other too as
Yeah.
well, because like COD is bringing that skirmish mode that we didn't get to play in the beta. We'll get to play at launch, but it's
Mhm.
20v20 on a bigger map. It's Battlefield ish
Yeah.
type mode. And then like Battlefield now has all these little smaller chunks of maps that are played 8v8, which is more like a COD type mode.
And then they're also doing the BR as well, right?
Yeah, the Battlefield. We don't know when it's launching. There's a rumor that they might wait to launch it till season 1, but like there is a Battlefield BR coming, and a lot of people seem to really like it. The people that played it in Battlefield Labs. Uh, I saw some leaked gameplay. It does look pretty good. It honestly, I kind of want to try it because it looks a lot like Blackout to me. But
We love Blackout in this house.
a lot of the mechanics in it. When I saw the leaked gameplay, it did look like Blackout, and I was like, "Ooh, that's interesting."
Hmm. So I think I mean, I'm really excited to see what kind of comes out of it. I personally will be probably. I might buy the game and play Saturday, tbh. Maybe even Sunday morning. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's another thing is like I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but there was a rumor that the Battlefield BR is going to be free to play and it's going to be separate, like
Hmm.
from like the game. I could be wrong, but like I think Battlefield's BR is going to be free to play.
Nice. I also just want to play Battlefield. I haven't played Battlefield in a long time because
Battlefield was cool. I like the Battlefield beta.
I skipped the last game because I heard so many bad reviews about it that I just like didn't even want to like spend my money
I
on it.
played 2042 in the beta and it was pretty bad. Although I think it got better over time, but I didn't bother buying it.
Yeah. So I skipped that one, but I want to come back with this one that, with all the good reviews and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah, people are loving Battlefield 6.
so
Did you see what they did with the trailer for
no.
multiplayer?
No.
The Battlefield 6 multiplayer trailer like starts with like 4 like celebrities like like what COD trailers typically start with.
Mm.
And then there's like Jimmy Butler, the NBA player, I think Morgan Wall is in there. There's a couple other people in there. And then like they get blown up with an explosive and these actual soldiers come in there and they're like, "What was that?" And they're like, "I don't know." And it actually turns into like a really military style game.
Hold
But
on.
then they used another thing is they used the same music that COD used in the MW2 trailer.
Okay, let me see here.
Dude, it was kind of funny. The beginning of it's funny. But like I thought that was cool.
I'm gonna try to find the right one. Hold on.
It was in Charlie Intel, but it might be very
It's gonna be
buried in
buried
there now
now.
because it was before the beta. It was before the Black Ops 7 beta.
It starts with 4 celebrities.
Yeah.
Okay.
It starts with celebrities getting out of this truck. And then they're just like it like and it does the thing like it's like the whole trailer is going to be just surrounded with these celebrities like they're the face of the trailer and then they just get blown up.
Hold on, let me try to find it because that actually sounds really good. Scroll. How long ago was it?
I'm going to try to find it.
Because I'm looking. Da 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 da. I don't know. I mean, these trailers are
There you
sick
go.
though. Oh, you sent it to me. Okay, let me bring this over here. Hold on. We'll watch it together, guys. Don't you worry. Oh my god, it's got Zac Efron.
The world is a vampire.
I don't want to get
It's so good.
Showtime.
Zac Efron. Jimmy Butler, Morgan Wallen, Patty Pimblett.
And then what?
Okay, boys.
So good.
We're here to do one thing. One thing.
They do just get blown up.
Who was that?
Doesn't matter. Let's move.
Dang.
Scope the area.
They said really just like no one gives a flying
Let's take
crap
it out.
about them.
Roger that. Let's go.
It was
That's
a really
sick.
funny trailer. What's crazy about this too is this just captures the entire essence of Battlefield.
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
this is not like a oh, this is a strictly cinematic trailer. You're not gonna get any of this in the gameplay. Basically everything that happens in this trailer can happen in gameplay.
Well, it's just because it shows how realistic Battlefield is too. Like, that's like one of their focuses is just like realism.
Sorry, boys. Nice shot.
Yeah, well, that was easy. I see the flag.
Honestly, I think they do a better job of being a realistic shooter than COD did. Because
Oh yeah.
part of it's because COD has never been that super realistic, but like MW19 and MW2, they just did so many things that like isn't good for a COD game. But like Battlefield does the same things, but it's a lot better because it's Battlefield and that's how they do things.
Mm-hmm. So, but it looks like in the comments, it looks like they were like making fun of like the celebrity skins from COD in the beginning with the
Yeah, it's
people.
funny.
It is funny.
The only thing that I think would have been a little bit more funny is if they would have had like a cartoon character in there or something, or if they were
Yeah.
wearing even crazier skins than what they were. But
Like, I saw this TikTok. It was just like an AI like skin reveal for Call of Duty, and it was like the fucking Yo Gabba Gabba. Like that, you remember
my
that
God.
like that kids TV show Yo Gabba Gabba? It was like Yo Gabba Gabba skins.
there was somebody named that in one of my lobbies on BO7.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah.
But in the TikTok, and then it was just like a release or whatever, and then in one of the comments was just like, okay, now show me the AI version. It's just like, because it really, like, that is something that COD definitely would do, and I would not be surprised if they did. And so I think
I
that,
don't
you know,
mind when they do that. It's just sometimes they go way overboard. Like the
God.
whole, the Beavis and Butthead skins and the American Dad skin, where it was a completely different art style, and we were
Yeah.
getting these cartoony, cell shaded people in this
yeah,
COD game. Like that was crazy.
that's like Fortnite-esque, and I didn't even like it when they did it with Fortnite.
It just looks so bad. It looks so
It doesn't
out of
match.
place when you saw one of those
Yes,
characters.
yes. Like, it has to match the art style of the game. If it matches the art style of the game, I feel like it feels like it belongs better than like if they do something wild and crazy like that. So that's my.
Well, and outside of like a couple things they did on MW3, there's never really been a place for that art style in COD.
No. It's just, I mean, like it's fine. Like if COD becomes this arcade shooter, or continues to be this arcade shooter, but like, don't go that far. You know, it's a little too much. You know, rein it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Rein it in. But
Like those, like when they had like Nicki Minaj and stuff. Like, granted, those were kind of crazy for them being in like Vanguard and MW2. They were kind of crazy. But I thought that worked still. Like, it was still within the art style. It was cool to have celebrities, but like they've kind of went crazy with it in BO6. There was not anything really that crazy in like MW3, but for some reason in BO6 they went way overboard.
yeah. So I think it's gonna be good. I'm really excited to see some more about it. I think we can probably talk about it a little bit next week after, you know, a weekend of people playing the game, give some first thoughts on it playing. I personally don't have class Monday or Tuesday, so I mean, what else could I do with my time other than play video games, you know? There's a lot that I could do with my time other than play video games, but I'm gonna play video games instead. But yeah. Anything else to add about Battlefield 6?
Not really. I mean, I'm excited for the launch. I could be wrong, but I think since I have Game Pass, I'll be able to play it because it should be on EA Play, hopefully at launch. So might be able to play it. We'll see. But I would be excited to jump into it.
100%. So kind of moving into our last topic of the day. This is kind of, you know, Deception's realm, but NASCAR 2025 It's coming out on Tuesday. Um,
Comes out on
which
Friday for early access. I'm so incredibly excited. This is the first time we've had for I mean Tone doesn't really know this either, but like for people that like sports games but haven't seen a NASCAR game that recently, that's because they haven't made one. It's been 4 years since we had a NASCAR game come out, a mainline one like on consoles. 3 years since NASCAR Rivals came out on the Switch, but I heard that was a pretty good game. The last main NASCAR game that came out was NASCAR 21 Ignition, and it sucked. It was terrible. The last good NASCAR game that came out all the way back in 2020, and that was NASCAR Heat 5. And so the NASCAR license and stuff was held by Motorsport Games, and they basically did nothing with it. They launched the worst game of all time in NASCAR 21 Ignition, and then they kind of just flopped around with it, didn't really do anything, and then they got rid of the NASCAR license, and iRacing Studios, who already makes an incredible simulator in iRacing, they picked it up and worked with Monster Games, who has worked on NASCAR games in the past for consoles, and they are releasing this game. It comes out on October 14th. If you bought the gold edition for early access, it comes out on Friday. And I'm excited. I I I'm really excited about the game. Um, it looks good. Gameplay, it looks really good. It looks solid for there's a lot of stuff like this is their first year developing a NASCAR game. And every year in NASCAR games history, the first year that a developer's had their hands on it, it's been kind of like the start, the building blocks of it. But then they get better over time. And iRacing has signed a pretty big contract. I think they're going to be making this game for the next 5 to 10 years. So they got a lot of time to make
mm-hmm.
something happen. And I think this is a good start. It looks really good. I'm very excited. Um, for people that want to play it on Steam, it does not come out on Steam till November 11th. Because initially they weren't even going to make this game for PC. There is going to be console only. They saw so much overwhelming interest in putting it on PC that they ended up doing it. So it's going to take a little bit longer for them to put that out on Steam. But for consoles, it comes out Friday for early access, Tuesday for the full game, and then there's the NASCAR 25 Twitter, and then they've been showing a ton of stuff. They've had creators like post gameplay. Um, they've shown a lot of tracks, a lot of the there's been a lot of industry support for this game. Like you see all these race teams posting, "Oh, here are our drivers in NASCAR 25." And then like all the tracks are posting like pictures of the game, their tracks in the game like, "Hey, we're in NASCAR 25." It's really cool. Like there's been a lot of support and promotion for this game, and I genuinely think it's going to be a good game. I trust iRacing. I believe in iRacing. They have the best simulator on the market, and the fact that they're putting a lot of their stuff in the console game is going to be really cool. Like all of these tracks are laser scanned, so they are 100% accurate to how they are in real life. Um, if there are any like pieces of the track, like any like random little bumps or anything like that, it's in the game. They have laser scanned all the tracks. So it's going to feel how it would feel in real life if you played it. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm going to be putting a lot of time in this game because we're going to be doing a lot of league racing on this game. There's a really good career mode. It's full of like there with the social media posts. They're going to have stuff like that in there, which is fun. But I'm excited. I really think this game has a lot of potential, and I think it'll be fun.
It's my home turf right here.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff that people had been posting about Watkins Glen, like how the AI takes the extended lines and stuff on that track, which is fun.
Oh, that's a lot of
I'm
cool
really
stuff.
excited.
Yeah. No, this is gonna be a good game for all you racing fans. So, I mean, it's good to see these games, doing well and coming in. I mean, this is a busy time for games just in general because it's Q4, but my PC is not wanting to work. We almost made it through. We almost made it through. But yeah, it's just a busy time for games, and there's a lot of good games coming out, and you kind of have to
Looks good.
choose. It does look good. So lots to
No,
choose
like I said,
from.
this is the first NASCAR like console game we've had in like years. People have been waiting
Mhm.
forever for this.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we've been waiting since like 2024. They announced in early 2024, late 2023, early 2024 that iRacing was going to be doing this, and we were all like super excited. Then it was like, oh, when's it going to come out? When's it going to come out? When are we going to get info? And then like they said it was coming in 2025, and we were like, okay, when 2025? And they started dropping all these dev diaries talking about the game and got us all excited. And now we finally have gameplay, and we're at launch week, so this is great.
yeah. So, but it's gonna be a good, exciting weekend. Exciting month next month, really, for games and in general. Lots coming out, lots to talk about.
I mean, the NASCAR
Gonna be good.
25 thing is especially big because I don't think this has ever happened for a NASCAR game, but outside of COD and Battlefield, NASCAR is the most pre-ordered game
Yeah,
currently.
that's huge for them. So, exciting stuff. Anyway, that's gonna be it for us today here on the Climb Together podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode number 132. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys follow us on Twitch where we stream this live every week, and then just make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the video if you're watching on YouTube. If you guys are watching live, make sure you go check out all the other podcast episodes, whether it was the rest of this one or previous ones over on YouTube. I'm getting them uploaded as we speak. I have a few scheduled out here. Trying to get caught back up from my depressive era of being back to school. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. Deception, say bye.
Bye.
See you guys next time. Peace.